was thinking, in our culture, there seems to be a pattern of the same stuff. We like to call them generational curses. But how do we change generational curses? How do we change the way that we vibe in our family cluster? You know, how many of us were raised in abusive homes? How many of us were watched our mom get beat by our father? How many of us, became our own victim of domestic abuse? How many of us watched our children go through domestic abuse and watch our grandchildren have to watch their parent go through domestic abuse? Something to think about. Something to really think about. How do we change that? I feel that one, we need to take accountability for slathering our dysfunctions onto our children. I feel that as parents, we know when we're bringing bad mojo, bad karma, bad people around your kids. Nobody's that blind. We all have that intuition that tells us something's wrong, leave, she crazy, he crazy, but we choose to stay. Why? Why do we have this need to keep the chaos and the confusion? Why do we prolong the agony for ourselves and for our children that becomes embedded, into their spirit, into who they are? It's always going to show its head. It's either the mom leaves, then the daughter becomes an empathizer because she has daddy issues. Because usually daddies leave. If daddy and mommy don't stay together, then daddy goes makes another family. And that's a tradition. That's what happens. But this one child now grows up and she feels that she needs to stay because she doesn't want to put that kind of hurt on her kids. And now her kids grow up and have to watch her suffer because of her daddy issues, and so on and so forth. Once we can sit down and like really go through it, talk with your grandparents and your parents about domestic abuse. Why they stay? Ask those questions. Why did you stay with dad? Why did you let dad beat you like that? Ask them. Because in order for us to break those chains, we gotta start hitting at the elephant in the room. We don't ever talk about it. We just know it is. We talk amongst ourselves away from it, but nobody ever really talks about it. It just is. And that needs to change. We need to talk about it. Kids, ask your mom. Sometimes parents don't even realize that the kids are paying attention to it. Ask the mom, why do you stay? Because sometimes that will snap the parent out of it because the parent isn't seeing it. Or as an adult, if you've grown, ask your parent, why did they stay? Talk to your abusive father if you're still in contact with him and ask him, why were you so abusive? and let them know how it affected you. We need to learn to free ourselves. Free ourselves by whatever means we can of this so we can get our families back on the right level, back in the right space, back in a peaceful and harmonious space, you know?